Yes, students. Let us go for the classification of this kingdom, Monera. Now, when we go for the classification of kingdom Monera, the organisms of kingdom Monera are classified into two different groups. Okay? So, if we see the classification, in this classification, if we go for the classification of these organisms, then we will find that the organisms of kingdom Monera are classified into two different groups. How many groups? Two groups. What are these two groups? These two groups are, the first group is the Archaebacteria. What? Archaebacteria. And the second group is of the Eubacteria. What is it? Eubacteria. So into how many groups is kingdom Monera classified? Into two groups, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Now Archaebacteria, what does Archaebacteria means? The word Archie, okay, it is not Archie from Sairaj, okay. Archie means ancient, very old. So naturally this is the group of ancient bacteria. Okay, and Eubacteria are true bacteria. What are Eubacteria? True bacteria. So students, now you can see the kingdom Monera includes different types of bacteria. Of this, one group will be of ancient bacteria, Archaebacteria, and other group will be of true bacteria, that is Eubacteria. Now when we go for this Archaebacteria, what do we find is that this Archaebacteria is further divided into anaerobic bacteria and aerobic Archaebacteria. Okay, now what do we mean by anaerobic and what do we mean by aerobic? Now students, when you respire or I respire, जेव्हा आपण श्वास घेतो, तुम्ही मी श्वास घेता, इतर प्राणी जेव्हा श्वास घेतात, जे आपण आपल्या आजूबाजूला पाहतो, what do they do when they are respiring? They are taking in the air. Air, what part of the air are they using for respiration? We all use oxygen from the air for respiration. So what we all require is molecular oxygen. What? Molecular oxygen. Okay. These organisms which require molecular oxygen for their respiration are all called as aerobic organisms. Okay, those bacteria which use molecular oxygen for the respiration will be aerobic Archaebacteria. Okay, what are these? Aerobic Archaebacteria. But there are bacteria present in such conditions where molecular oxygen is not available. Okay, like I will give you the example. There is a strain of bacteria, group of bacteria present in the gut of ruminating animals. म्हणजे जे प्राणी रवंथ करतात ना, गाई, गुरं, okay, you must have seen them. They plug the glass hastily and then after they have grazed a particular area, they will sit under a tree or in some shade and they keep on nicely munching the things that they have already eaten, right? Such such animals are called as ruminating animals. In the guts, that is stomach of these ruminating animals, there is a special group of bacteria. Okay, this bacteria produce methane gas, biogas. Okay, this bacterial group is called as methanogenic bacteria. क्या बोलते हैं उसे? Methanogenic bacteria. अब ये रहता कहाँ है? Gut मतलब intestine, stomach, digestive tract of the ruminating animals. If it is living over there, is it going to get the molecular oxygen? Obviously not. So such bacteria which can even respire in absence of molecular oxygen are called as anaerobic. All these organisms are called as anaerobic. The archibacteria which are respiring in such a manner in absence of molecular oxygen will be called as anaerobic archibacteria. Okay, so if we go for the examples of this anaerobic archibacteria, then these bacteria are methanogenic bacteria. Where do they live? This methanogenic bacteria will be living in the guts of ruminating animals. Okay? Then we have the halophils. These are the bacteria which live in salty conditions, highly saline conditions. Okay? These are the halophils. So these are examples of anaerobic bacteria. What are the examples of aerobic bacteria then? Aerobic archibacteria will be including the bacteria which are the thermoacidophils. Okay, so here we have the bacteria which are thermoacidophils. Thermoacidophils are aerobic archibacteria. Okay, now we'll go for the true bacteria or eubacteria. Now true bacteria, as we call them as true bacteria or eubacteria, these were the bacteria which were first observed in the year 1675 by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. So firstly observed by, who observed them first? Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Who observed that? Anton von Leeuwenhoek. When? In the year 1675. Okay. Now these bacteria are classified according to their shapes as, what are their shapes? Some are coccus. So these will be cocci. Okay, round. Some will be rod shaped, so called as the bacilli. Some will be spiral in shape. These will be called as the spirillum. Okay, and some of them are going to be the comma-shaped bacteria. These will be called as the vibrio. So, eubacteria were firstly observed by Anton von Leeuwenhoek, and according to their shapes, these are classified as cocci, bacilli, spirillum and vibrio. We are going to see their shapes and examples now in detail. Okay, so this is the general classification of kingdom Monera. Just go through this flowchart and then we are going to go for the eubacteria, the true bacteria in detail. Okay, eubacteria or true bacteria. Now, the characteristics are going to remain as the general characteristics of kingdom Monera. Herein what we are going to do is, we are going to go for the shapes and the examples of this types of eubacteria. So we have taken, in fact we have seen that this true bacteria will be cocci, will be bacilli, will be spirulum, will be vibrio. Now let us see what all these shapes mean. So first we'll go for cocci. Cocci is plural. Okay, if we use the singulars, then it is coccus. Cocci is plural. Anekvachani cocci, ekvachani coccus. Now how is this cocci? The cocci bacteria are spherical. How are these? These are spherical. Okay, so when you observe their shapes, this is a coccus bacteria. Okay, when it is single spherical cell, only one bacterial cell, spherical in shape, then coccus. It may be sometimes that two cells will get attached in this manner. Okay, there will be a chain of two bacterial cells. Then we call this as diplococci or diplococcus. If there are more bacteria, cocci bacteria, forming a sort of group. So these are all the cocci. What have they formed? They have formed a group. Okay, many more over here. Then such will be called as Staphylococcus. What is this group called as? Staphylococcus. If a long group is there, then it will be called as Streptococcus. More, if it becomes a long chain of cocci bacteria, then it will be called as Streptococcus. If it forms such a group, Staphylococcus, 2, Diplococci, 1, only one coccus. Get it? So cocci bacteria are spherical in shape. How are these? These bacteria are spherical in shape. Okay? Then the second type of bacteria are the bacilli. Singular is bacillus. How are these bacilli going to be? These are rod shaped. How are these? These are rod shaped. So This is a bacillus. Okay? If this bacillus has two bacterial cells, it will become diplobacilli. Diplobacillus. If a long chain, then it is going to be streptobacillus, and so on. So bacilli are rod shaped. How are bacilli? Rod shaped. Then if you go for the next type, what is the next type, students? Spirula. So the next type is the spirilla. So when it is spirillum, obviously how are these bacteria going to be? These are spirals. These will go coiled. So okay, so you will find these bacteria coiled, forming a spiral. Then these are called as spiruli. What are these called as? Spiruli. Now, when this spirum, in fact, a simple spiral shape will be in this format, and when it is going spirally coiled just round an axis in this manner, this will be called as spirochete. What do we call it as? This is called as spirochete. What is this? Spirula. Okay, getting it? So spirillum are spiral bacteria, and the fourth type is the Vibrio. So this Vibrio are comma-shaped bacteria. How are these? These are comma-shaped. So if we go for the shape of this bacteria, we find them in this shape. Just like a comma. This is a Vibrio. Okay, practice the shapes. This is a full length question that is asked in your paper. Excuse me, students. Okay, so you should know the classification of eubacteria on the basis of their shapes. Question will be asked. Classify the eubacteria on the basis of their shape. These are the four types. Getting it? Okay. Draw the figures also. Everything should be well prepared, well done in the